The APNU AFC coalition has moved its campaign here to Bartica. Here, residents heard from President David Granger that he plans to protect the mining industry here in Region 7. In addition to that, he's also opening opportunities for processing of different foods here in the region. Hours before the much-anticipated rally began, the streets of Bartica were already filled with fanfare as a large contingent of vehicles paraded through the town, while others waited outside the Bartica Community Center ground for the gates to open. The group blasted campaign music and even shared t-shirts encouraging other Barticians to attend the event. As the speeches progressed throughout the night, the crowd eventually grew and almost filled the ground. At the podium, speakers hailing from Bartica and Region 7 shared the view that in the past 5 years, Bartica became not only a town, but also an example of true development under the current administration. Former Deputy Mayor of Bartica, Kamala Prasad, reminded the crowd of the February 2008 Bartica massacre, where 12 persons were murdered by a group of men who descended on the district. The men convicted for those murders were sentenced to a total of 420 years behind bars back in 2016. Prasad, however, stated that images from that day remain fresh in the minds of Barticians and warned against what she deemed as the dark days of the People's Progressive Party Civic.
All of us down heads, and we cried bitterly because our village then was stripped of its dignity, was stripped of its pride when we were brutally attacked by a gang that left our streets bloodied, bodies lying all over, and our miners were robbed of their hard-earned money and gold. We say no more.
Former Member of Parliament Mervyn Williams in his address referred to opposition leader Bharat Jagdeo as Dr. Doom. Williams recounted that during the rally of the PBPC in Bartica recently, leading candidates referred to Bartica as a forgotten state. He asked Barticians to look around for themselves.
My brothers and sisters, they said to you the same, I almost said threesome, the same trio. They came here, Dr. 19, Dr. Doom, and Super Smiler. And they told you that this government has done nothing for young people, particularly young indigenous and hinterland residents. Well, hear this tonight. Your president, under his flagship program, the Hinterland Employment and Youth Services, has invested $2 billion in the development and training of young people from Guyana's hinterland.
President David Granger in his address tackled the issue of the mining industry, especially in Region 7. He reminded Barticians of the actions it took some 10 years ago against the past administration.
Bartica is a mining town. We will not shut down the mining industry like the other people threatened to do 10 years ago. People in Bartica put on their gold shirts to protest against the PVP attempts to shut down this industry. We want the industry to provide employment for young people. We want the industry to be a regular industry, just like the rice industry or the bauxite industry. We're not going to shut down the mining industry. We will protect miners, but we will prevent bullyism. We will make sure that the small and medium-scale miners are not put out of work.
The head of state further acknowledged that the industry is one that has its ups and downs in terms of production. President Granger said Bartica must also look at ways to diversify other industries.
You need now to understand that mining will not last forever. And you have to start teaching your children to do other things. And one of those other things is going into manufacture, light manufacture. People must learn to start processing. Every day in the mining industry, you see the boats taking food from Bartica. You can do the same. You can send juices and fruit into the mines and into the timber grants.
Here in Bartica Region 7, I'm Javon Vickery for HGP Nightly News.